Hey guys, it's Shauna from Heritage Creations Cut Flowers. Another experiment, I know. It's just January and February. I have time to do these fun things. Then, the flowers start blooming and things start happening and I don't have time to have fun. So, this is what I'm doing today. I have picked up some ginger and turmeric from Whole Foods because they had organic ginger and turmeric and it was cheaper than buying it from somewhere else just to plant. So that's what I did. I picked it up there and then I cut it, and I'm going to show you that. So it was in big pieces. I have some pictures of that. So what I did was I went to Whole Foods, got the ginger and turmeric, and you don't need to just plant a big old chunk of it. You can cut it up, and every place there's a little nodule, then you can cut that up. In that little nodule, there'll be a growth. See this little nodule? There's actually two there, but I don't know. I just cut one. And here, there's two nodules there. But in this part, I didn't really see anything, but maybe one on this one. So I just kind of left that as that. And then the turmeric, the same thing. There's a little nodule there. And on this one, right there is the little nodule there. And then what I did was I let it dry overnight. So once I cut it all up, I just left it out to air dry overnight, and it kind of calloused over. If you can see there, it's kind of dried and calloused over. Now, once again, I've never done this before. I've always wanted to grow my own ginger and turmeric, but I've never done it. And I finally just made the trip to Whole Foods because I don't typically shop there. I'm an Aldi shopper. But I saw there's a lady on Instagram, Amanda, the ever hopeful gardener, and she does a lot of fun things. And so I saw her do this, and I've seen her do this in the past. If you go to her save stories, she has a little save story about this. So that's who I'm following. She is the one that I'm following. This is exactly how Amanda does it. And hopefully in the notes, I'm really bad at knowing how to do this, but hopefully in the notes or somewhere I can tag her and you can go see her video, because she also has a video on YouTube on how to do this. And so I'm following exactly what she did, where she went to Whole Foods, got the organic, cut it up, and she recommends that you start really early because ginger and turmeric takes a really long time to grow. And so January and February is usually the time to start growing it, and then you put it in your soil, let it start growing, and then after your frost, you can put it outside, let it grow, and then before your last frost, that's when you pull it all up and you harvest those roots. Fingers crossed, this works for me. She showed hers, and she had a whole bunch of ginger and turmeric roots. So, super excited about this. So let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, so here is my this is really hard. Here's my ginger and turmeric. And so now all I have to do really is put them in and cover them up. You could do them in separate pots if you wanted to. That's how she did it. And then some of hers, she actually didn't even put on a heat mat and it still grew. Can't remember if she needed her nodules up or down. I don't know. I'm just going to lay them on their side. How about that? But because I am lacking in space in my grow room, I am actually I think they'll find their way up. Yeah, I think. All right. I can't see where I've planted them. So I think I'm going to do this first and then cover them up. All right, there's all my turmeric. Let's get the ginger in. And then apparently, once it starts growing, you just put it out in your garden. Don't really have to do much to it. Just let it grow the whole season and harvest it at the end. So that's what I'm going to do. I might need a little bit more soil, which I have. Soil. Wet it down. Voila. All right. Then you carry it into your grow room as best you can. And now you need 2 hands. Okay, so here it is. According to what I saw, you don't have to have a heat mat. It just germinates quicker if you have a heat mat. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the heat mat. And I have it under lights because this heat mat's already on and it's just what I have. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and also, what's the other important thing we need to do? We need to put a label on it because you think I'm going to remember, but I'm not going to. So there we go. We got that done. All right, the one thing I didn't mention is you really do need to keep your soil moist. So just check your soil every so often, you know, to make sure it's moist, which will be fine because I'm here every day watering seedlings. So I think I'll be able to check and make sure that my soil is moist. February 22nd, and I have some growth on, I'm not sure if it's ginger or turmeric. And then I dug this one up and you can see that this one has some growth. It just hasn't come through the dirt. So, see that? It's working. I'm super excited. Let me cover that one back up.